Hey, how's it going? You like the new car? What the? Damn it, Bruce. Hello everyone and welcome to my movie shelf. Today I'll be giving you my first impressions for the Batman 2022. No spoilers of course. It was originally supposed to come out last year in 2021, but due to multiple pandemic delays it was pushed back until 2022. It was directed by Matt Reeves, who's mostly known for making Cloverfield and the second and third movie in the Planet of the Apes trilogy. His version of Gotham is not completely unique and tends to feel mostly like Bale's with a bit of Keaton's mixed in. I also didn't get any similar vibes to Affleck's version of the city, and yes, I made a point to skip that fever dream nightmare of a rave town created by Joel Schumacher. As for the characters and the actors that portrayed them in this iteration, you have Colin Farrell as the Penguin, which was great. I absolutely love him as an actor and was not disappointed by his performance. I do personally wish there was more though, but it leaves me excited for his upcoming spin-off series on HBO Max. That's supposed to be like the 1983 film Scarface, but within the world of DC. And I can say that I didn't even recognize him under that prosthetic makeup when the first trailer dropped. As for Paul Dano's take on the Riddler, he does what he was brought in to do, and you can tell how much he's enjoying it. I wasn't familiar with all his work before this, but thought he did a good job as the main villain of the story. One that I was sorta let down by was Alfred. I love Andy Serkis, and his performance itself was great, but some of the writing makes him seem a little dumb, and in my opinion, kind of wastes his acting talents. I did really enjoy Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon, and think he has one of the strongest roles in the film, showing just how awesome he is at embodying the traits of whatever part he's cast in, and can't wait to see him return for more. Zoe Kravitz as Selina Kyle was much better than I was expecting, as I hadn't seen her in anything before this, though I will say she's really just Selina in this one, as she's just starting to come into her own as a character. But when she does put on the pointy ears, I love the way she portrays the cat-like agility and grace of being Catwoman. She also has a movie currently in development that was originally planned as a mini-series. I personally believe the chemistry of Batcat was really well done for this version of Gotham. They want to help each other out as much as possible, but are being driven by very different motives, so don't always see eye to eye. I really enjoyed it and am excited to see how their broken love grows in future projects. Now for the big bad bat himself, played by Robert Pattinson. And once again he proves he's so much more than just a sparkly vampire. He's dark, he's brooding, and he totally gets that Batman is a person whose life is entirely encompassed by the shadows of night. Now once again spoiler free, but there are name drops and cameos of different comic book characters, so keep an eye out for them and see what you find. This might be my second favorite Batmobile. Something about the slick design of Burton's version will always be special to me, though I do appreciate how this one handles and sounds as an actual vehicle. I didn't care for this take on the Batcave as much as others. I like trying new things, and I do think an abandoned train station is pretty cool, but something about the Batcave not being an actual cave just holds it back a bit for me. But that's just my opinion. The movie tackles an appropriate level of physicality and violence that's suitable to the story without being a gore fest. It's used to support the driving factors of Bruce and not just fill up the runtime with unearned excitement. The story itself leans heavily into the Long Halloween comics without the script being a complete copy and paste. It highlights a bunch of moments where Bruce is forced to use his skills as the world's greatest detective instead of just beating the information out of someone to get what he needs to know. If you were one of those people worried there was too many things going on in the movie, don't be. Yes, there's a bunch of villains and supporting roles, but most of the screen time is dedicated to Batman himself. So having them included, in my opinion, doesn't take away from the overall plot. All things being said, I do find the latter part of the film doesn't quite stick the landing. It could have used a bit of tightening plot-wise, but isn't that much of an issue in the end. Also, a quick shout out to DC themselves. I went to a fan first screening event, and after the movie was over, they gave us all a free comic book to take home. Before we wrap up, feel free to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more movie talk from my movie shelf. Comment down below what you thought of the Batman, but please be respectful of the spoilers as most people haven't had a chance to see it yet. So after seeing the Batman 2022, would I recommend you go see it? Yes, it's not perfect, it didn't need to be as long as it did, but I enjoyed my time with it and I'm excited to see where the sequels and spin-offs go. I included a link in the description to the trailer, so watch that and you'll know whether or not this movie's for you personally. Anyways, thanks for watching and be well, Bat family. If you enjoyed this video, you can click here for my previous review. Thanks for watching.